Hey everybody, it's Brad at Daypour Brothers LLC out in Versailles, Ohio. Gonna do another walk around video, followed by an operational video on this 2021 Caterpillar 299 D3 XE skid steer that came in and we're putting up for sale. Like always, I'll walk around, I'll talk about the features and functions. I'll get up close to everything, I'll show you everything that I see, talk about anything that I know on this particular machine. Then of course we'll fire it up, we'll run it through its paces, we'll let you hear the engine, we'll show you the front pins, we'll lift the loader, dump the bucket, lift the front end up, show you the hydraulics are strong, drive it around, show you it turns strong to both directions. As always, if you are in the market for a used skid steer, a used piece of construction equipment, or a used piece of ag equipment, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Your likes and subscriptions help other people who are looking for equipment find our videos and find our machines, and we truly do appreciate it. All right, like I said, this one's a 2021 Cat 299 D3 XE. Pretty well loaded up cab, heat, air. Of course, it's high flow, 2-speed, pilot controls. It's got the auxiliary hydraulic oil cooler mounted up top, hydraulic quick coupler, reverse fan. It's got ride control, dual bucket leveling, advanced display, float, creep. It's got the weight kit, heated air ride seat, 3,560 pound lift capacity at 35% of the tipping load, 11,756 pound operating weight, and this one has 3,836 hours. So like I said, we'll fire it up here in a little bit. We'll show you the front pins up here. They're fairly tight. There's just a little bit of play, not sloppy by any stretch of the imagination. There's a little play, but for now I'm kind of just going to get up close and show you the overall condition. I've noticed on both sides they have tack welded these pins into place. Very common on these that there's usually a bolt that holds them in. Those bolts work out. Excuse me. And then they have problems with the pin working its way out or getting loose and wallering out. So their solution was they tack welded the pin in. So like I said, these pins are pretty good. They're far from sloppy. Looking at this side here on the arm, just your typical rock chips and stuff up here, some little paint flaking around the outer edges. These have these shields that come down over top of your hydraulic lines. This one's starting to, the little spot where it bolts on has cracked, you can see that. Otherwise up here, just your typical scuffs and scratches. 2-speed decals fine. 299 D3 XE. The decals are starting to flake just a little bit on the outer edges. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Down here on the side of the cab, the black is still fairly bright there. Looking at the track on this side, I'm going to say our tread depth is probably a good 55 to 60% tread depth. I think I'm being very fair there. You'll see there's a few little chips here and there out of tread bars, and then there's one crack running this way on this outer edge of this side, basically probably about right where the metal ends. I didn't notice any other cracks anywhere on this side, just that one crack going this way. Like I said, really no weather checking in here or dry rotting. Just one crack there where that, if you're at all familiar with the insides of those tracks, there's metal bands that come in, they don't cover that last outside inch and a half or so, and that's probably, if I pried that off or if you cut that off, you would see that's probably about where that is. Looking at the sprockets on this side, lots of life left there in those sprockets. And on the bottom side, that crack is not coming all the way through. Taking a little step back, looking at the side rail of the undercarriage here on the side, still retains a lot of that original yellow paint over here. Pretty darn good looking machine for 3,800 hours. Yeah, 38, 36 in here on the side of the frame. Just your typical little scuffs and scratches in there, but pretty darn good for a machine of 3,800 hours. Like I said, weight kit, looking at the rear corner on this side, no huge dents or dings here. Sheet metal's pretty good, just typical. There's a few little chips and scratches. That decal's got a few little chips and scratches there. Coming around to the back side here, they have welded on an extension back here. Good, let's call it 4 inches at the peak in the middle there, just to kind of stick out back past that door, kind of a preventative maintenance, I'm sure, or preventative measure, so that they didn't smack that door too bad. But there are 2 small little dings down here, as you can see there. A couple little scuffs and scratches here, a little bit of a dent right there. Up top, all that looks good. That accordion mesh grill is pretty good. It has a backup camera, but it does not work. It looks like it's in good shape. The wiring's all good, but it does not come on the dash, so we're not selling it as having a working backup camera. A little bit of a dent there in that top piece. Coming around to this rear corner here, again, nothing out of the ordinary there, just typical wear for a used big track machine. Really not much paint flaking off on the edges here. Looking at the track on this side, sorry, it's a muddy mess out here on our lot. We got a lot of rain overnight and this morning, so these tracks are covered in mud. We've already done the operational video. Again, I'm gonna say we're probably 50 to 55% tread depth there. There's definitely some life left. Really not much, maybe just a tiny little bit of weather checking starting. Again, a couple little small chips out of tread bars, nothing out of the ordinary for a used set of rubber tracks. Looking at the sprockets here on this side, again, lots of life left there in those sprockets. And taking a little step back, looking at the side rail, the undercarriage over here, again, still retains a lot of that yellow paint. And up here on the side in the frame, and over here, again, that black's pretty decent there on the side of the cab. Taking a good look here at the loader arm on this side. Again, nothing that looks cracked or welded or plated anywhere here on the loader arm. This side's fine there. Looking at the back side of that skid steer mount plate, I don't see anything out of the ordinary there. And again, this pin down here, they've welded that one down in. Looking at the bucket, it did not come with a bucket, so we've put an 84-inch HD Low Pro bucket on it with a bolt-on cutting edge. So brand new 84-inch HD Low Pro bucket. Come back here, take a look in the engine compartment. Try to get in here and do the best I can. Try to sneak the camera in here. I'll try to go nice and slow so you guys can get a good look. Obviously there's a little bit of dust and dirt in here, but it does seem to be pretty dry. I don't see oil or diesel or antifreeze running anywhere in here. I say it with any used machine, I'm sure if you go over it with a fine-tooth comb, there's going to be a seep or something somewhere. But like I said, this one seems to be pretty darn dry. Cylinders all seem to be pretty darn dry. Let's see if I can turn the camera a little bit and sneak it in just a little farther without bumping that microphone too much. There you can kind of see in there to the side of the block. Down here at the bottom seems to be pretty clean and dry. Looking at the fins here on this cooler, you'll see a couple of little dings here and there in the fins, but not too bad. Take a look at the cab, the interior, and the ROPS. Like I said, has the auxiliary oil cooler mounted up top there. This side of the ROPS looks pretty good. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Glass seems good. Coming around to the back. Again, everything looks pretty well normal there. Coming over to this side, everything looks good there. Again, all that glass looks good. Up here to the front, has the Lexan door. Front faceplates up here, pretty darn good, honestly, for 3,800 hours. Just typical if you get up close. There's some paint chips here and there, but pretty darn good for a machine with these hours. That top's flat. Headlights are good. The grab handle's bent a little bit that way. Our steps look good there. Floor mat's a little dirty there, but not bad. Looking at the seat cushion here, like I said, heated air ride seat. Lower cushion's good. I don't see any cuts or tears there. Same thing with that backrest. Hop in here, it's got a radio. Take a look at our joysticks here. Left side joystick. All those buttons are good. Trigger button's good. That joystick itself's in really good shape here. Rubber boot down here is good. Over to the right side joystick. Toggle switch in both buttons are good. Trigger button on the back side's good. Rubber boot, it's good down there. Our HVAC fins are good. They're all here. This one's a little sticky. That one's good. Good. They're all here. Let's see over here. We'll advanced display. We'll let that fire up. Looking up here at our toggle switches, everything works good there. Over to this side, you can still read the P on the park brake button. These buttons over here are good. HVAC controls are good. Like I said, 3836 on the hours, and normally you got the little icon over here for your backup camera. It doesn't populate. I don't know why. Like I said, when you're driving it and you go into reverse, it doesn't come up. So not sure why. Wiring all seems to be good, but it's not working. We're selling it that way. No backup camera. Looking at the headliner, see a little bit of dust and dirt in here. A couple little dirt stains, grease stains right there, but no, I don't see anything that looks like a water stain. It's not sagging. Everything looks really good there. Taking a good look here where the tilt cylinders come up and mount to the loader frame. Everything looks normal up here. A lot of times you'll see where stuff gets busted up here. These are good. Same thing over here on this side. Nothing out of the ordinary there. And then, like I said earlier, back side of that skid steer mount plate, what you can see here, I don't see anything cracked or welded there. All right, like I said, this one's a 2021 Cat 299 D3 XE, 3836 on hours. Lots of photos on our website. That's listed down below in the description. If you have any questions, comment down below. We'll try to answer them for you. We'll fire it up and get right into an operational video.